Today we have some brand new, never seen before leaked GTA 6 gameplay from an alpha dev build of the game that's most likely from a few years ago. But the reason I say most of you guys have probably never seen these gameplay snippets before is because this was actually found on a YouTube channel with less than like 100 subscribers. And this video that I found randomly while doing research for other videos literally has like 39 views. So barely anyone has seen this or even knows it exists. And I've literally tried to find this gameplay footage across Reddit and Twitter and other places where leaked footage usually would spread rapidly, and there is nothing. So this is brand new footage that I wanted to share with you guys because of how legitimate it seems, and it also appears to actually include a few bits and scenes from the leaked 2022 footage that was our first ever actual leaked gameplay for GTA 6. That's obviously a little bit outdated, but these clips are newer. So with that being said, let's dive right into it. One thing you guys are going to notice right away here is that the audio is a little bit scuffed in some of these, and of course it is a pre-alpha and dev build version of the game, which is why you guys could see here that a lot of these scenes they have weird kind of distorted audio. But then you could also see here that since it is a dev version of the game, it's basically as if they're like editing the world. So this is kind of like almost as if they're in a creative mode and they're able to change the scenes and pretty much just everything. And look, we have some footage here. This gameplay was back from 2022 showing Jason actually firing an assault rifle on the boat. And then we have more footage here of Jason walking down the beaches of Vice City. Look at this, man. We have some more footage. And what's really cool here is if you guys really pay attention to a lot of like the coding and text on the sides. Oh, I did not know there was actually someone talking in here. Oh, and we have more footage of Jason firing his weapon. One thing that's worth noting here is when you look at some of these gameplay snippets, the water physics are so advanced. We have Lucia at what appears to be a rooftop bar. And then this, okay, this was one of the coolest things. Look at how realistic the water physics are and just how much attention to detail there is. I also really like this footage because it shows what some of the potential mini-maps are actually going to look like for the UI. We have some more storm footage showcasing Jason. Whoa, okay, this is crazy. Imagine if there's going to be wildfires in GTA 6 that can spread and burn down. I think that would actually be crazy. We also have the airboats here. See, now this footage, as the video goes on, like the ones with the pre-alpha build showing the debug console and everything are the most legitimate looking. So like these clips I do think are legitimate leaks. Some of these other ones though, it almost appears like this guy took some legitimate leaked footage like this here of showcasing Jason firing his weapon. But then there's also clips like this where without the debug console and everything, it looks like it could be AI generated. So it's kind of tough to tell exactly what's legitimate and what's not. But like I said, considering that this gameplay was on a channel with hardly any subscribers or views, I feel like no one's ever seen this. And it's really interesting to still look at this gameplay, especially some of these early clips. Like this stuff literally looks as if someone is on a creative mode version of GTA 6 that's actively changing the scenery and changing the code around to change the things that we see. But I thought it was really interesting, so I wanted to share it with you guys. In the rest of the video, we actually have a pretty confirmed release date for GTA 6 Trailer 3 that's actually going to be coming up here within the next week and a half. So I'm going to let you guys watch that information. But with that being said, that is all the new leaked gameplay we have for you guys. But stick around because you do not want to miss this. Trailer 3 is going to be coming up here very soon. We just got some brand new amazing news regarding GTA 6 Trailer 3. It's pretty much been revealed and we have 100% confirmation on the upcoming GTA 6 Trailer 3 release date that's actually going to be coming up here within the next 2 weeks. You guys do not want to miss this because a Rockstar insider who has very, very credible information and has actually leaked stuff about GTA 6 in the past and has been right, has given us a brand new piece of information earlier this morning on a new interview. And we're going to be covering everything you guys need to know. So make sure to stick around because this is super, super exciting. So let's dive right into it. The Rockstar insider that's actually giving us brand new information is a guy known as Tom Henderson. And if you guys have been a part of the GTA community for a while now, you probably know who this is. Tom Henderson used to work at Rockstar years ago and is now just a high up in the video game industry with tons of insider sources across all these different video game creators and big companies like Take-Two Interactive and Rockstar. And the reason why Tom Henderson is such a reliable source is because he's actually leaked things way in the past about GTA 6's marketing and timeline that ended up being spot on. And he actually leaked them and revealed them months before any of us knew what was actually going to be happening. And what I'm talking about here, before we dive into the actual release date and showcase the trailer 3 reveal, is the fact that Tom Henderson actually knew that Rockstar was going to be delaying GTA 6 for a second time way before anyone else knew. And this is a tweet that was posted back on the 15th of September from 2025, which at this point was like 9 months ago. And he actually said in an interview and gaming podcast that he does weekly that he believed that Rockstar was going to be delaying GTA 6 from the original set May 2026 release date until October 2026, which of course at this time was not verified or confirmed. Everyone still thought that GTA 6 was going to be dropping on May of this year. He said this in an interview that he knew that they were going to be delaying it because he has insider sources and he's so tapped in. And then of course, a month later, Rockstar announced that they were actually going to be delaying it until November of 2026, which was very accurate to his prediction. And so that's why this new piece of information that Tom Henderson just gave us on a new interview is so valuable. In a new interview clip, he basically confirms and says that GTA 6 marketing will begin in late summer, which ended up being correct, and he predicts that trailer 3 will shadow drop one day ahead of Take-Two Interactive's upcoming investor meeting that's actually going to be taking place on August 7th. So I'm going to let you guys watch the interview clip real quick because he gives a lot of insightful information, and then we'll cover and showcase some of these GTA 6 trailer 3 leaks and go over the actual date.
I don't think we're going to see anything on GTA 6 until the first week of August.
Yeah.
Because that'll be not the next earnings call, but the one after, right?
Yeah, the next earnings call they'll have it is in May, usually. Yeah, February, May, and then August will be the one.
Yeah.
August will be the first earnings call of the new fiscal year.
Yeah, so what they'll probably do is what they always do and release the trailer like the day before or the same day of the earnings call, and then they can hype up the numbers to investors, and that's how I imagine their marketing season will go on. I think they're just gonna shadow drop, so to speak, their trailer a day or two before the earnings call, and then, like I said, that they're going to hype it up to investors, and we all know it's probably going to break records and all that kind of stuff. They're very good at what they do, and they're not going to change that strategy for anyone.
So yeah, as you guys could see here, he ended up being correct once again. And the craziest part about Tom Henderson saying that he believes that they would drop trailer 3 in early August is the fact that this interview clip that you guys just watched of him was literally from all the way back of February of this year. So this dude, literally back in February of 2026, already knew that Take-Two Interactive was going to have another investor meeting on August 7th, and he pretty much predicted that trailer 3 was going to be dropping early August right before that investor meeting. And you guys got to keep in mind, the reason why this guy is such a reliable source is because, like I said, he called this well before we knew marketing was planned to start in the summer of this year, and he also called this months and months ahead of when GTA 6 pre-orders went live and we actually got the cover art reveal, which pretty much confirmed that trailer 3 would be following suit shortly after. So of course, Tom Henderson is now 2 for 2 on crazy calls and theories, and it pretty much confirms, since he already knew this way back in February, and now here we are a week away from August with no trailer 3 in sight. It makes sense. And it also makes sense because if you guys go on your phone and look up the day before the Take-Two Interactive investor meeting that's set to be on August 7th, it's actually a Friday, which means that if his theory is correct for them dropping trailer 3 one day ahead, that would mean that trailer 3 is set to release on August 6th, and that also is a very reliable date because it falls on a Thursday. And we all know by now that Rockstar loves to drop trailers, announcements, or anything with their video game titles on Thursdays or Tuesdays. So the fact that it's a Thursday, it's early August, like he called months and months ago, and then of course it's one day before the investor meeting, it makes so much sense from a business perspective because now they'll go into the investor meeting with tons of hype generated with trailer 3 literally just dropping the day before, and this is going to have all the investors and people spending their money behind the scenes going into the meeting very happy. And this meeting is also going to be very important because it's also going to be confirming and revealing to us how many copies of GTA 6 have been pre-ordered already, and we're going to get a numbers breakdown on how much money Rockstar's already generated, how many copies have been sold, and then of course we'll have trailer 3 to analyze and hopefully get some more gameplay snippets and lore for this GTA 6 campaign and storyline. But that is pretty much all the new information we have for you guys regarding GTA 6 Trailer 3. Like I said, this is very exciting because for the first time ever, it feels like we have a solidified release date that, yeah, it is just a theory, but considering Tom Henderson knew that Rockstar was going to be delaying the game literally like 7 months before it was announced, and then he also called that Trailer 3 would be dropping early August before Take-Two's investor meeting way back in February of this year before we knew anything about the summer marketing campaign, it shows that he is tapped in and he's got to be one of the most reliable sources for insider information coming from Take-Two and Rockstar with anything regarding GTA 6.